Welcome to the Influencer Podcast, your go-to hub for influencer marketing, e-commerce, and affiliate strategies. Follow us to uncover success stories, expert advice, and practical insights to elevate your brand. This is the Influencer Podcast, your guide to mastering influence and transforming your business. Stay tuned.
Welcome to the deep dive. If you're steering a fashion brand into 2025 and, aiming for real growth, you're definitely in the right place. The opportunities are huge. But let's face it, so are the hurdles sometimes. So this deep dive is laser focused on giving you the sharpest strategies to not just navigate, but really dominate this landscape.
Exactly. We've basically distilled a ton of current data and insights to bring you the most effective ways for fashion brands, like yours, to achieve significant growth in the coming year. Think of this as your insider's track to what actually works.
And when we say a ton, we're talking everything from the fundamental power of human connection right through to the latest AI-driven tools and future-forward trends. Our goal is pretty simple, to arm you with actionable knowledge and maybe a few aha moments that'll leave you feeling clued in, inspired, and definitely ready to, take on the world. Okay, let's dive in.
Yeah, let's do it. Let's kick things off with something that might feel, surprisingly relevant in our super digital age. The good old-fashioned power of connection. Building real relationships with your customers is actually turning out to be a major advantage, especially for those smaller, nimbler fashion brands.
It's funny, isn't it? We get so caught up in algorithms and the newest tech that we sometimes forget that at the end of the day, people still buy from folks they actually like and trust. It's almost a personal chemistry thing.
Precisely. Think about it this way. Imagine someone you know online, maybe a small brand owner. They consistently take the time to chat with you, respond to your questions, maybe even remember little things you've mentioned. Now, say you need to buy something pretty standard, like, a new scarf. You could probably find it cheaper, maybe even get faster shipping somewhere else. But because of that connection you've built, you're much more likely to choose to buy it from them. That's relationship marketing in action.
Right. That feeling of wanting to support someone you feel a genuine connection with is really powerful. And it's not just limited to the little guys either. It's kind of fascinating that even CEOs of massive multi-million-dollar fashion companies still make time to personally connect with their customers. That human touch, it really cuts through the noise.
It creates a level of trust that's just incredibly important online. Unfortunately, because so much business happens digitally now, negative experiences like scams or maybe poor quality can make people pretty wary of buying from brands they don't know. Nurturing those relationships really helps overcome that hesitation and builds confidence in your brand.
And the great thing is you can often do this right on the platforms you're already using, right? Genuinely engaging with your audience, responding to comments, answering questions thoughtfully that can actually help you grow organically on those same platforms.
But, to really nail relationship marketing, you need to understand your ideal customer inside and out. What are their passions? What motivates their choices? What are their style dilemmas? The deeper you understand them, the better you can tailor your interactions to build those authentic connections.
Yeah, it's about going beyond just showing off your latest collection. It's more about offering personalized style advice, being genuinely helpful when they have questions, and, ultimately making them feel really good about choosing your brand.
And this isn't just about scoring a quick sale either. Building that rapport fosters long-term customer loyalty, which, as, any seasoned business owner knows, is the real key to sustainable success.
Okay, I get the human connection piece. That makes sense. Now let's talk about the fuel that powers so much of modern marketing, including those very connections, data.
Absolutely. In today's digital world, data is truly a fashion marketer's best friend. Every click, every like, every purchase, it's all valuable information. Stuff that can help you fine-tune your strategies and get a much better return on your marketing investment.
So, with all that data swirling around, where do we even begin? It can feel a bit overwhelming, can't it?
Well, the first crucial step is to make sure you're actually gathering it from all the places your customers interact with you. Think about your website. Using something like Google Analytics gives you insights into things like which pages people visit most, where your website traffic is coming from, and how many visitors are actually making a purchase. Then there are your social media platforms like Instagram and TikTok, right? They provide data on your followers, their demographics, when they're most active, and how they're engaging with your content. Don't forget your email marketing stats, things like how many people open your emails and click on the links inside, and of course your actual sales figures from your online store or your physical point of sale system.
Okay, that's a lot of different streams of information. How can smaller brands realistically keep tabs on all of that?
In the beginning, simple, affordable tools, or even just well-organized spreadsheets can be incredibly effective for smaller brands to bring all this data together. The main thing is just to get a clear overview of the entire customer journey. How are people discovering your brand? Which marketing channels are bringing in the most traffic? Where are potential customers dropping off before they complete a purchase? And which of your products are performing the strongest?
Okay, so we've got the data, maybe in a spreadsheet or something. Now, what do we actually do with it?
Right. This is where analyzing what that consumer behavior data is telling you comes in. For example, if you see that, say, a large percentage of your website visitors are using their mobile phones, that's a strong signal to make sure your website is absolutely mobile friendly. Or maybe that investing in mobile-first social media ads makes sense. Or you might notice that people coming to your site from Pinterest tend to buy more frequently but spend less money per order. That could suggest trying out, I don't know, product bundles specifically targeted at your Pinterest audience to encourage a higher average order value.
That makes perfect sense, adapting your approach based on where they're coming from and how they behave. Yeah.
Exactly. And data can also reveal surprising regional preferences. Maybe a particular style or color is really popular in one specific geographic area that you wouldn't have guessed otherwise. And segmenting your customers, grouping them based on things like their age, location, or what they bought in the past, allows you to run much more targeted marketing campaigns. For instance, you could send a special thank you promotion to your loyal repeat customers, or maybe a "we miss you" discount to those who haven't made a purchase in a while.
So it's all about making smarter, more informed decisions, really, rather than just sort of guessing at what might work.
Precisely. Being data-driven means setting specific, measurable goals, key performance indicators, or KPIs for your marketing efforts, and regularly checking to see how you're tracking against those goals. If one of your Facebook ad campaigns has a high cost to acquire a customer, but those customers don't end up spending much over the long term compared to customers you get through, say, an influencer collaboration, well, the data clearly shows you where to focus your resources for better results. In fact, research has shown that companies that make data-driven decisions can see a pretty significant increase in their marketing ROI.
Wow, okay, that's a compelling reason to pay attention to the numbers. What specific metrics should we be keeping a close eye on then?
Well, key metrics include your return on ad spend, or ROAS basically. For every dollar you spend on ads, how much revenue are you generating? Then there's your overall conversion rate. What percentage of visitors to your website or social media profiles actually end up making a purchase? And customer lifetime value, how much total profit does a single customer bring to your business over the entire time they're a customer? Data also makes it possible to continuously experiment through A/B testing.
A/B testing, right. That's like trying out two different versions of something to see which one performs better, isn't it?
Exactly. You could test different subject lines for your email newsletters to see which ones get more people to open them, or compare two different visuals for your Instagram ads to see which one leads to more clicks for the same amount of money spent. Or even try out different wording for the call to action buttons on your website. Small changes based on data can add up to big improvements over time. For example, some studies have shown that offering 360-degree views of your products online can significantly boost your conversion rates.
That's a surprising statistic. Interesting. And what about trying to predict future trends? Can data help us there too?
Absolutely. The fashion industry is increasingly using data to try and anticipate what's coming next. Advanced tools and even artificial intelligence can analyze huge amounts of data, social media conversations, past sales trends, even broader economic indicators to forecast emerging styles, and maybe even help you decide on the best product mix for your inventory. Even smaller brands can use simpler forms of predictive data, like looking back at your sales from the same season last year to help predict what will be popular this year, or using Google Trends to see what clothing styles people are actively searching for online. There are even AI-powered platforms offering trend forecasting services that could be worth looking into.
So it's about being proactive with your product offerings, not just reacting to what's already popular out there.
Precisely. And personalization is another massive area that's powered by data. Customer data platforms, or CDPs, think of them as central hubs for all your customer information. They help you build detailed profiles of individual customers by bringing together all their data, from their browsing history on your website to their past purchases and how they've engaged with your marketing. This allows you to create incredibly personalized marketing experiences, like recommending products they're highly likely to be interested in when you send them an email, or showing them relevant products right on the homepage of your website when they visit.
Like those you might also like sections you already see on e-commerce sites.
Exactly like that. Data makes those suggestions much more accurate and effective, which often leads to people adding more items to their cart and making more repeat purchases down the line. And finally, with real-time data dashboards, you can keep an eye on how your marketing campaigns are performing as they're happening and make quick adjustments if something isn't working as expected. For example, if a social media ad isn't getting much traction after a day or two, you can tweak the visuals or maybe refine who you're targeting.
Right. It sounds like data gives you the power to be really agile and responsive in your marketing.
It really does. And when you're working with a limited budget, remember you can always focus on effort-based marketing, your time, your creativity, and that personal touch we talked about earlier, rather than just relying on spending a lot of money on ads. Engage authentically on social media, encourage your happy customers to spread the word, and look for collaboration opportunities.
Looking to connect with your audience and make your product go viral? Meet Ainfluencer.com, the end-to-end marketplace that connects you with over 1 million Instagram and TikTok influencers for free. With no subscriptions or fees, Ainfluencer.com makes it easy to find the perfect collaboration partners for your brand instantly. Its AI-powered system does the heavy lifting, matching you with influencers based on niche demographics, past performance, and engagement. Start your campaign directly from your Ainfluencer dashboard or your Shopify store in seconds. Manage everything from inviting influencers and negotiating deals to secure payments and performance analytics all in one place. Handle influencer-curated lists, affiliate marketing, and content creation, even translated into 200+ languages, all without paying any platform fees. Unlimited use, forever free. Visit Ainfluencer.com today and take your brand to the next level.
Okay, data as our guide makes total sense. Now, how do we actually know if all this marketing effort is paying off? How do we measure our success?
Yeah, that brings us right back to the importance of having clearly defined key performance indicators, or KPIs. It's absolutely crucial to track and measure your results using these and other analytics.
So it's not just about putting content out there and hoping for the best. It's about seeing if that content actually leads to the outcomes we want.
Exactly. You need to start by setting clear, specific, measurable, achievable, relevant, and time-bound or SMART goals for each of your marketing campaigns and across all your different channels. For example, instead of just saying, grow our Instagram presence, a SMART goal would be something like, increase our Instagram follower count by 15% within the next 3 months.
That level of detail definitely makes it easier to see if you're making progress. Okay. What are some of the key KPIs we should be tracking across different platforms then?
Sure. For your website and e-commerce store, important metrics include your overall website traffic, your conversion rate, the percentage of visitors who actually make a purchase, your bounce rate, how quickly people leave your site, and the average time visitors spend on your site, which tells you how engaged they are. Also, your cost per acquisition, how much you spend on average to acquire a new customer, and of course, your total revenue and average order value, the average amount each customer spends.
Got it. And what about specifically for social media? What should we track there?
On social media, you'll want to track your follower growth over time, your engagement rate, which you can calculate by taking your total likes, comments, shares, and saves on a post, dividing it by your number of followers, and multiplying by 100 to get a percentage. Also, the reach, how many unique people saw your content, and impressions, the total number of times your content was displayed, how many people are clicking on the links in your bio or posts. And for video content like stories or reels, your completion rates and how long people are watching. You should also keep an eye on how often users are creating content related to your brand and mentioning you in their posts. That's user-generated content, or UGC.
And if we're working with influencers, how do we know if those partnerships are actually delivering results? It can seem a bit fuzzy sometimes.
Yeah, it can. When working with influencers, it's smart to use unique discount codes or trackable affiliate links that they can share with their audience. This allows you to see direct sales that came from their efforts. Also, monitor the website traffic they're sending your way, look closely at the engagement metrics on the content they create featuring your brand, and see if you notice any uptick in your own follower growth during their campaign. You can even calculate a cost per engagement by dividing what you paid the influencer by the total number of likes, comments, and shares their posts received to sort of gauge the efficiency of the partnership.
Okay, that's helpful. What about email marketing? Those metrics must be crucial too.
Absolutely essential. You need to be tracking your open rate, what percentage of people who received your email actually opened it, your click-through rate of those who opened, how many clicked on a link, the conversion rate from your emails, how many of those clicks led to a purchase, and also pay attention to your unsubscribe and spam complaint rates to make sure your content is resonating with your audience and, not annoying them.
This is all incredibly valuable. Are there any overarching metrics that we should always be keeping in mind regardless of the channel?
Yes, two really important ones are customer acquisition cost, CAC, the total cost of acquiring a new customer across all your marketing efforts, and customer lifetime value, LTV, the total revenue you can expect from a single customer over the entire duration of their relationship with your brand. Ideally, you want your LTV to be significantly higher than your CAC, meaning your customers are generating more value for your business than it costs to acquire them. And don't forget the importance of gathering qualitative feedback, too, through surveys and direct customer interactions. Sometimes simply asking your customers how they heard about you can provide insights that numbers alone just can't reveal.
Right, the why behind the numbers. And finally, how do we connect all this back to our bottom line? How do we measure the ultimate financial success of our marketing investments?
That's where return on investment, or ROI, comes in. You calculate it by subtracting the total cost of a marketing campaign from the total revenue it generated, then dividing that result by the cost of the campaign and multiplying by 100 to get a percentage. A positive ROI means your marketing efforts are generating more revenue than they cost. Simple as that, conceptually. And it's important to think about attribution too, understanding which of your marketing touchpoints are actually leading to those sales. There are various attribution models, from giving all the credit to the first click or the last click a customer made before buying, to more sophisticated data-driven models that try to give credit to all the touch points along the way.
Okay, measuring success, it's all about setting those clear goals, tracking the right data, and understanding what those numbers mean for our overall profitability.
Got it.
Are you an Amazon seller dreaming of explosive sales growth? Tired of struggling to reach new customers? You're not alone. Scaling your Amazon business can be tough, but what if there was a secret weapon? Introducing AlgoRift, the all-in-one Amazon affiliate platform that connects you with over 100,000 eager affiliates ready to promote your products across the web. Imagine this: a massive army of influencers and content creators, all working to drive traffic and sales directly to your Amazon listings. With AlgoRift, this dream becomes a reality. AlgoRift simplifies the entire Amazon affiliate marketing process. Simply connect your Amazon account, sync your products, and set your personalized commission rates. Then invite top-notch affiliates to join your program, all within the AlgoRift platform. No more messy spreadsheets, complicated tracking links, or juggling multiple platforms. AlgoRift.ai handles it all. You can chat directly with your affiliates, negotiate personalized commissions, and manage all your payments in one convenient place. Ready to maximize the power of affiliate marketing? Visit AlgoRift.ai today and claim your free trial. AlgoRift.ai. Connect, collaborate, conquer.
Now let's shift gears a bit and look into the future. What are some of the biggest trends that will be shaping fashion marketing in 2025? Yeah, the world of marketing is always changing, isn't it? But there are a few key trends that are really gaining momentum and will likely be major players in 2025. First and foremost is the continued and honestly accelerating integration of AI and automation in marketing activities.
We touched on AI earlier in the context of data analysis, but how else is it going to impact how we market fashion?
Oh, in many ways. Think about personalization on a whole new level. AI-powered recommendation engines will become even smarter, showing shoppers exactly the items they are most likely to want based on a really deep understanding of their browsing and purchase history. AI chatbots are also becoming much more sophisticated, offering real-time style advice and answering complex customer queries. And beyond just analyzing data, AI is now being used to optimize ad placements, automatically adjust advertising bids in real time for maximum efficiency, and even generate marketing content like personalized email campaigns at scale. Industry reports predict significant growth in the AI market for retail in the coming years, with a large number of fashion brands already exploring and adopting these technologies.
That's pretty incredible. What's another major trend we should have on our radar?
Live shopping and the broader trend of social commerce. While it's already huge in some parts of the world, live shopping, where hosts showcase products in a live video stream and viewers can make purchases in real time directly within the platform, is rapidly gaining popularity in other markets on platforms like Instagram Live and TikTok Live. It creates a sense of immediacy and allows for that direct personal interaction that really drives engagement and often leads to impulse buys. It's like a modern digital version of those old home shopping channels, but way more interactive.
That sounds like a really engaging way to connect with customers. What about technologies like augmented reality? Is that still a thing?
Oh, definitely. Augmented reality, or AR try-on experiences, are becoming increasingly advanced and accessible. They allow customers to virtually try on everything from makeup and accessories to shoes and even entire outfits using their smartphone camera or other devices. This helps bridge the gap between the online and physical shopping experience, significantly reducing hesitation about purchasing and, importantly, lowering return rates. Some brands are even encouraging users to share their AR try-on photos and videos on social media, turning their customers into, organic marketing assets. Studies have shown that brands that implement AR try-ons can see noticeable increases in their conversion rates.
So it's not just a fun gimmick, it can actually have a real impact on sales. Interesting. What else can we expect to see more of?
Personalization will continue to be a major focus, but it's evolving into true customization. More and more brands are offering options for customers to personalize products, from choosing specific colors and materials to adding monograms or even getting made-to-measure clothing. Effectively marketing these unique customization options will be key. And as we discussed with AI, hyper-personalization in email marketing and on-site experiences will become the expectation, aiming to feel like a one-on-one interaction with a personal stylist.
Right, it's all about making the customer feel uniquely seen and catered to. What about the growing consumer emphasis on sustainability? How does that play in?
Sustainability and ethical marketing are, well, they're no longer optional add-ons. They're becoming core expectations for many consumers. Brands need to be transparent about their sustainable practices. And we're seeing things like digital product passports using QR codes that allow customers to trace the journey of a garment. Marketing campaigns are increasingly highlighting the use of recycled and upcycled materials, as well as telling the stories behind ethical production practices and fair trade initiatives.
That definitely resonates with a growing segment of the market. Absolutely. What other trends are worth keeping an eye on?
Inclusive marketing and representation are becoming increasingly vital. Consumers want to see themselves reflected in marketing materials, so showcasing a diverse range of body types, ages, ethnicities, and gender expressions is just crucial. Brands are also actively engaging with communities like adaptive and modest fashion. We're also seeing the rise of voice and audio content in Fashion Think branded podcasts, voice-activated shopping, and optimizing website content for voice search. And finally, gamification incorporating game-like elements into the shopping experience, such as interactive quizzes, social media scavenger hunts, and loyalty programs with reward tiers, can be a fun and effective way to boost engagement.
Gamification. That sounds like a really creative way to interact with your audience. Okay, we've covered a lot of ground on broader trends. Now let's maybe focus on a specific tactic that's crucial for building a thriving fashion brand online, boosting social media engagement. It's not just about amassing followers, is it?
Absolutely not. While a high follower count can look good on paper, it's the engagement, those likes, comments, shares, saves, and direct messages, that truly indicates an active and interested audience. And crucially, social media algorithms tend to reward content with high engagement by showing it to more people. So it feeds itself, in a way.
Right. So what are some concrete ways we can get those engagement numbers up?
Well, consistency is paramount. You need to be posting regularly and, importantly, at the times when your target audience is most active. Your platform's built-in analytics will give you insights into those peak times. And focus on utilizing engaging content formats, especially video. Short-form video content like Instagram Reels and TikToks often see significantly higher engagement rates compared to static images. Interactive stories with polls, quizzes, and question stickers, as well as going live for Q&A sessions or product reveals, are also fantastic for sparking interaction.
Video really does seem to be the dominant form of content right now, doesn't it? What else can we do to encourage people to interact with our posts?
Don't be afraid to simply ask. Craft captions that encourage responses, like posing a style question, asking for their favorite way to wear a certain piece, or prompting them to tag a friend who would love your products. Run user-generated content campaigns, which we'll discuss more in a moment, and host contests or giveaways. Just be sure to familiarize yourself with the specific rules and guidelines for running promotions on each platform. They can be tricky.
Yeah, good point. And it's not just about getting them to engage with our content, right? We need to engage back with them. It's a two-way street.
Exactly. Be responsive to comments and direct messages. Even a simple thank you can go a long way in building community. Make an effort to engage with your followers' content from your brand account, liking their posts, leaving thoughtful comments. And reposting user-generated content is a huge engagement booster. It makes your customers feel valued and encourages others to share their own photos and videos featuring your brand.
What about staying relevant by tapping into what's currently trending? Is that a good idea?
Definitely keep an eye on trending topics, hashtags, and challenges, and see if you can find authentic and relevant ways to weave them into your brand's content. This can expose your brand to a wider audience. And use hashtags and tags strategically. A mix of branded hashtags, popular and relevant niche hashtags, and even location-based tags can help your content get discovered by the right people.
Okay. Any final quick tips for maximizing social media engagement?
Yeah, focus on creating high-quality, visually appealing content and writing relatable captions. Try to balance that aspirational content with more approachable, behind-the-scenes glimpses into your brand. Don't underestimate the power of storytelling. Longer captions that share the inspiration behind your designs or your brand values can foster a deeper connection with your audience. And as always, keep a close eye on your analytics to see what types of content are resonating best with your followers and adapt your strategy accordingly. Don't just guess.
Okay, engagement is key. Now, let's dive into how we can turn our enthusiastic customers into some of our most effective marketing tools. Leveraging user-generated content. We hear a lot about UGC. Why is it such a valuable asset for fashion brands?
Think of user-generated content as modern-day word-of-mouth, but in a visual format. And it's incredibly powerful because it's perceived as much more authentic and trustworthy than traditional branded content. People naturally tend to trust recommendations and opinions from other consumers way more than direct advertising.
Right, it feels more real. So, what are some practical ways we can encourage our customers to create this content for us?
Make it easy and rewarding. Start by creating a unique branded hashtag and promoting it consistently across all your marketing channels, emails, websites, social bios, everything. Run specific UGC campaigns or challenges with clear guidelines and offer incentives like prizes, shoutouts on your brand's social media, or even discounts for those who participate. Simply ask your customers to tag your brand in their photos and videos. Many will be happy to do so if they know there's a chance you might feature them. Also, consider the visual appeal of your products and packaging. Is it Instagrammable? Create a positive unboxing experience that customers will actually want to share.
Okay, so once our customers start creating this content, what's the best way for us to utilize it?
Repost it and celebrate it. Share customer photos and videos on your main feed and definitely in your stories. Always, always be sure to give proper credit to the creator. That's super important. Highlight positive product reviews and testimonials in your marketing materials, in your email newsletters, on your website, maybe even in video testimonials if you can get them. Consider incorporating UGC directly onto your product pages. Galleries of real customers wearing your items can significantly boost confidence for potential buyers. You can even test using high-performing UGC in your paid advertising. It often resonates more strongly with audiences than traditional stock imagery or overly polished brand photos.
It sounds like it's all about making our customers feel like they're an integral part of the brand story, like they belong.
Exactly. Actively engage with the creators of UGC. Leave comments on their posts, send them thank you messages, consider organizing meetups, or even establishing ambassador programs for your most enthusiastic and consistent UGC contributors. And remember to always moderate the content to ensure it aligns with your brand values and, crucially, to get permission before you repurpose someone's content, especially outside of just a simple repost. Creating themed branded hashtag campaigns can be a great way to encourage UGC around specific product lines or occasions. Also, recognize that collaborations with influencers can be a powerful way to drive UGC within their own communities. Finally, always measure the impact of your UGC efforts, track engagement on reposted content, look for any lift in conversion rates on pages featuring UGC, and monitor the overall volume of brand mentions.
Okay. Tapping into the power of our fans makes perfect sense. Now let's take a step back and think about the bigger picture of how we connect with our customers. Understanding their journey from initial awareness to becoming loyal advocates, it's not a one-size-fits-all approach, is it?
Absolutely not. It's helpful to think of the customer journey as a kind of funnel with different stages: awareness, consideration, conversion, and retention. Each stage requires a tailored set of strategies and tactics.
Let's break down those stages. What's the primary goal during the awareness stage? What are we trying to do there?
The main goal here is simply to reach completely new audiences, people who haven't encountered your brand before. You're just getting on their radar. Effective channels for this stage include broad social media campaigns, collaborations with influencers who have a wide reach, maybe some public relations and media coverage, and top-of-funnel advertising that targets based on general interests. Your key messages should focus on introducing your brand story, highlighting your core values, and communicating what makes your fashion unique. The key metrics to track at this stage are your reach, how many people saw your content, website traffic from new users, your follower growth on social media, and overall engagement on your introductory content.
Okay, so we've made them aware of our brand. They know we exist. What happens in the consideration stage?
Right. In this stage, the goal is to nurture those initial prospects by providing them with more in-depth information and building trust, moving them closer to making a purchase. They know you exist, and they're starting to evaluate whether you're a good fit for their needs and style. Effective tactics include retargeting ads to people who have visited your website or engaged with your initial content, creating detailed content like blog posts, style guides, lookbooks, sending informative email newsletters, and leveraging social proof like customer reviews and testimonials. Offering free, valuable resources like size guides or style quizzes can also be really helpful. Email marketing becomes a crucial tool for nurturing these leads. Your key message here is essentially, here's why we're the right choice for you. The metrics to monitor are click-through rates on your content, the time visitors spend on your website exploring products, your email open and click rates, and the rate at which people are adding items to their shopping carts.
We've got them considering our products, adding to cart maybe. Now, how do we get them to actually make that purchase? That's the conversion stage, right?
Exactly. The primary goal of the conversion stage is to turn that interest into an actual sale. This is where clear and compelling calls to action, a simplified and user-friendly checkout process, maybe limited-time discounts, or free shipping offers, well-timed cart abandonment emails, and creating a sense of urgency or scarcity can be very effective. Personalized product recommendations within the shopping cart can also encourage that final purchase. The key metrics to track here are your overall conversion rate, your cart abandonment rate, the percentage of users who complete the checkout process, and, of course, your direct sales revenue and the return on your ad spend for those conversion-focused campaigns.
And once they've made a purchase, the journey doesn't end there, does it? We want to keep them coming back for more. That's the retention stage.
Precisely. The goal of the retention stage is to keep those customers happy, loyal, and coming back for repeat purchases. Build that relationship further. Effective strategies include sending personalized thank you and follow-up emails after a purchase, implementing loyalty and rewards programs that incentivize repeat business, offering exclusive access or insider perks to existing customers, actively encouraging user-generated content and referrals, and sending targeted re-engagement offers to customers who haven't made a purchase in a while. The important metrics to track here are your repeat purchase rate, how often customers buy again, the average time between their purchases, their customer lifetime value, which we mentioned, and your customer referral rate.
It sounds like it's really a continuous cycle of understanding where your customers are in their journey and tailoring your communication and offers to guide them smoothly through each stage.
Exactly.
Wish your videos could speak the world's language? Imagine your videos breaking through language barriers and reaching billions more people who speak over 200 languages different from yours. Whether you're a brand, influencer, or podcaster,
Sé per te è importante quanto per If smelling good 24 hours. Si pour toi il est aussi important. Si para ti es tan importante como para mí oler rico 24.
language shouldn't hold you back from reaching larger audiences. Create a video and distribute it in 200+ languages. How does that sound? Our AI-powered video translation makes it possible with just a click. So why limit your reach? Work smarter. Create one video and turn it into 200+ localized versions.
Horas al día. Tengo que recomendarte Cleansen.
Whether you're a business expanding globally, an influencer connecting with diverse followers, or a YouTuber growing your channel, one thing is clear. language barriers are a thing of the past. With just a few clicks, you can translate your videos into multiple languages,
Would you like me to translate that?
instantly connecting with audiences worldwide. It's simple. Upload your video. Choose the languages to translate to. Let our AI work its magic. In minutes, your video will be transformed with accurate tone, voice, subtitles, and even voiceover options, ready to captivate audiences in any language.
Last a very long time on your body. There are fragrances for both
Don't wait. The world is watching. Join thousands of businesses, influencers, and content creators who trust our AI to take their content to a global stage. It's time to start up. Brand ID is your digital hub.
And it's crucial to continuously analyze your funnel's performance. If you're generating a lot of initial awareness, but your conversion rates are low, there might be an issue with your website's usability, or maybe the quality of your consideration content. If you're getting sales but not seeing many repeat customers, you need to focus on strengthening your retention efforts. It's about identifying the leaks.
Right, plugging the leaks. This is all about having a well-oiled machine that guides customers through their experience with our brand. Now, let's step back even further and think about the very foundation of all this. Building a strong fashion brand itself. Marketing doesn't operate in isolation, does it?
Not at all. Your brand and your marketing are deeply intertwined and, frankly, rely on each other for success. Think of your branding as the core identity of your fashion label, its unique personality, its values, what it stands for. And marketing is the voice you use to communicate that identity to your target audience. Businesses often struggle when these two elements aren't aligned and working together seamlessly.
So what's the fundamental purpose of branding for a fashion label then? Why bother?
It's really about differentiation. In a crowded marketplace, strong branding helps your label stand out from the multitude of other options, makes it instantly recognizable to your ideal customer, and clearly communicates your brand's core message and values. Branded products carry an added layer of value beyond their basic function. They create a sense of recognition and association in the minds of consumers.
How do we even begin to define that unique brand character? It sounds a bit abstract.
It can feel that way.
Yeah.
Many branding experts suggest thinking about your brand as if it were a person. Give it detailed characteristics. What's its style? What are its core values? What's its overall personality? Is it edgy, classic, playful? The more specific you are in defining these traits, the clearer and more compelling your brand identity will become. And in the fashion world, the logo plays a particularly significant role, wouldn't you say? It's often displayed prominently on the garments themselves, becoming a visual shorthand for the entire brand.
Yeah, like those iconic logos we see everywhere. Should every fashion brand be aiming for that level of logo visibility, though?
Not necessarily, no. While a highly recognizable logo can be a powerful asset, the right level of logo visibility will depend on your specific brand aesthetic and target audience. Maybe subtlety is more your brand's thing. However, every fashion label needs to give careful consideration to its logo design and how and where it's presented. It should resonate with your ideal customer and reflect the overall feel of your brand. Honestly, investing in working with a skilled graphic designer to create a unique and effective logo that truly captures your brand's essence is usually highly recommended. It's often worth the cost.
Okay. Beyond just the logo, what other elements contribute to a strong brand identity?
Oh, lots. Visual materials play a crucial role. Your brand's color palette, the design of your garment labels and hang tags, your choice of fonts, your packaging, and even the interior design of any physical retail spaces you might have. These elements all contribute to the overall sensory experience of your brand. Then there's your brand's reputation, the level of trust and positive associations consumers have with your company, your products, and your customer service. Think about established brands with strong reputations. Their name alone carries significant weight, doesn't it?
Definitely. So we should be learning from brands with strong reputations, but also carving out our own distinct identity, not just copying.
Exactly. While it's valuable to observe and learn from successful brands, it's absolutely crucial to develop and maintain your own unique brand identity. And it's also important to remember that brand reputation is something that needs to be actively cultivated and unfortunately can also be damaged, as we've seen with various examples over time. Another key aspect of branding is provenance, your brand's story, its origin, its connection to a specific place or tradition, its authenticity. The country of origin effect can still influence how consumers perceive the quality and desirability of fashion products. Ultimately, successful branding is about building an emotional connection with your customers and carefully considering the feelings and aspirations that your designs and your brand as a whole evoke. And think about both mental availability, how easily your brand comes to mind for your target customer when they think about, say, a new dress, and physical availability, how easy it is for them to actually find or purchase your products when they want them.
So, a well-defined brand has greater control over its narrative and its promises, and that emotional connection is often much harder for competitors to replicate than just the functional features of the clothing.
Precisely. That emotional bond is sticky.
Okay, we've built our brand foundation. Strong identity, emotional connection. Now, how do we actually take it to the market effectively? That's where having a solid marketing plan comes in, right? What exactly is a marketing plan, and why is it such a critical tool?
Yeah, think of marketing as the ongoing process of exchange and communication between your fashion company and your target customers. At its heart, it's about understanding your business from your customer's perspective. The AIDA model, which stands for Attention, Interest, Desire, and Action, provides a useful foundational framework for how marketing efforts influence consumer behavior, getting their attention, building interest, creating desire, and prompting action. A comprehensive marketing plan then outlines in detail exactly how you intend to market your brand and your products to both your existing customer base and your potential new customers, starting with clearly defined and measurable marketing objectives.
Okay, so the marketing plan serves as our strategic roadmap for reaching our business goals. What are the essential components of such a plan? What needs to be in there?
Well, it always begins with thorough market research to gain a deep understanding of your target audience, their needs, preferences, behaviors, as well as your key competitors and the broader industry landscape. This research typically involves both primary research, where you directly engage with potential customers through surveys or interviews, and secondary research, where you analyze existing data and reports. It's crucial to understand not just who your customers are, but also how and where they prefer to shop. Do they like online, social events, pop-ups? Remember that marketing research is broader than just market research. It also encompasses looking at things like new product development opportunities, optimal distribution channels, effective promotion strategies, and appropriate pricing. Even something like making like-for-like comparisons of your products to those of competitors can yield valuable insights. Ultimately, the core purpose of a marketing plan is to clearly define who your customers are, where you can find them, and the most effective ways to reach them, while also considering the future growth and direction of your business.
Key components typically include a detailed summary of your market research findings, a clear identification of your specific target customer groups, a comprehensive situation analysis that includes a SWOT analysis, strengths, weaknesses, opportunities, threats, and maybe a pest analysis, political, economic, social, technological factors. Then your specific and measurable marketing objectives, those SMART goals we discussed earlier, and a detailed outline of your marketing strategies, often structured around the 7 Ps of marketing: product, place, promotion, price, people, process, and physical evidence.
The 7 Ps. Okay, that sounds like a really holistic approach. Can you briefly explain how each of those applies in the context of a fashion brand?
Absolutely. Product is, pretty obviously, your actual clothing and accessories collections. Place refers to all the locations where your products are made available to your customers, both online, your e-commerce website, online marketplaces, and potentially offline, pop-up shops, collaborations with other retailers, your own physical stores or showrooms. Where can they buy it? Promotion encompasses all the marketing and communication activities you undertake to reach your target audience, including online marketing, social media marketing, influencer collaborations, public relations, content marketing, all that stuff. Price involves your overall pricing strategy, how you position your products in terms of value and cost, perhaps considering a price pyramid strategy to cater to different customer segments or price points. People refers to your team, your employees, and how they interact with their customers, as well as the overall customer service experience you provide. Are they helpful, knowledgeable, on brand? Process looks at all the internal processes and customer-facing procedures involved in delivering your products and services, ensuring a smooth and efficient customer journey from browsing to purchase and beyond. Is checkout easy? Is shipping reliable? And physical evidence refers to the tangible aspects of your brand that customers interact with, such as your packaging, the design of your website, the look and feel of your emails, and the atmosphere of any physical retail spaces. What does it feel like to interact with your brand? A well-structured marketing plan will also include a detailed marketing schedule outlining when specific activities will take place, a clear budget for your marketing investments, and the methods you will use to monitor and control your marketing efforts, such as regular marketing audits and efficiency analysis.
Wow. Okay, so the marketing plan is really a dynamic document that not only guides our marketing actions, but also helps us stay accountable and measure our progress toward our overarching business objectives. It's not just something you write once and forget.
Precisely. It needs to be regularly reviewed, analyzed, and updated based on performance data and changes in the market to ensure its continued effectiveness. It's a living document.
This has been an incredibly valuable deep dive into the essential strategies for effective fashion marketing in 2025. Let's quickly recap some of the core takeaways for our listeners, shall we?
Absolutely. Okay, so to achieve sustainable growth for your fashion brand in 2025, remember the fundamental importance of building authentic relationships with your audience because people ultimately buy from brands they like and trust. That connection matters. Leverage the power of data at every stage to make informed decisions and create personalized experiences for your customers. Don't guess, know. Make sure you're diligently tracking and measuring your marketing performance using relevant KPIs to understand what's working and identify areas for improvement. Stay informed about and adapt to emerging trends like the increasing role of AI, the immersive potential of AR try-ons, the growing popularity of live shopping, and the ever-increasing consumer demand for sustainability and ethical practices. You've got to keep up. Prioritize creating engaging content on social media and actively harness the power of user-generated content to build trust and community. Let your fans help you. Understand the different stages of the customer journey and tailor your marketing strategies to effectively guide potential customers through each stage: awareness, consideration, conversion, retention. And finally, establish a strong and well-defined brand foundation and develop a comprehensive marketing plan to serve as your roadmap for success. Get that plan in place.
That's a fantastic and comprehensive summary. Thank you. And for you, our listener, as you reflect on all these strategies, maybe consider this. Which one or two of these can you realistically implement right away, like starting next week, to begin driving growth for your fashion brand?
Yeah, great thought. And if you found this deep dive valuable and want to stay motivated with more insights like these, please do like, follow, and share the show. Your support really helps us keep bringing you these in-depth explorations. Also, platforms like Influencer and Algorift can be really helpful resources for putting some of these marketing strategies into action, particularly around influencer marketing and data analysis. They're worth checking out.
Are you an influencer looking to land more deals and grow your income? Meet Ainfluencer.com, the free marketplace connecting you with thousands of brands on Instagram and TikTok. With no fees, subscriptions, or hidden costs, Ainfluencer.com is built to help you succeed. You keep 80% of every deal, and we handle the rest, from secure payments to resolving any disputes. Our AI-powered system matches you with the perfect campaigns based on your niche, audience, and engagement. Simply create a profile, showcase your work, and start collaborating with top brands in minutes. From paid posts and affiliate deals to content creation opportunities, Ainfluencer lets you manage it all in one place. And with tools to track your performance and build your reputation, you'll always stay ahead. Join Ainfluencer.com today and turn your creativity into profit. Free forever. Ainfluencer. Smart collaborations, endless opportunities.